Alright, so this is the reason I'm making this video is just because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, right? Just talk about a problem that I've had for pretty much my whole life. So I just wanted to, make a video about it, just to record my thoughts in like a physical format that I could like look back on, review, maybe in the future. So sorry about the woods. I just wanted, like a quiet place where I could talk about my thoughts without being interrupted or without other people. And this is like the quietest spot that I'm close to. So that's what that's about. Okay, so my name is Isaac So, and as of the recording of this video, I'm currently 19 years old, right? 19. That is the youngest I will ever be from this point on. Tomorrow I'll be a day older. Pretty soon I'm gonna be 20 years old, and then I'll never be 19 again. And then 10 years after that I'll be 30, and then I'll never have my 20s again. So the best time for me to like work hard, for me to grind, for me to achieve my dreams, the best time for me to take full advantage of my youth is right now, while I'm still young, right? Obviously. So my question is, why aren't I doing that, right? Like, why am I so goddamn lazy? You know what I mean? Like, I know, I hear all the time from people in like their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s. Man, if I was only 10 years younger, man, if I was only 20 years younger, man, if I was 20 years old, I would get so much done, right? But I mean, the thing is, they were 20 at one point, and clearly they didn't make the best use of their time. I don't want that to be me, right? Like that's actually one of my biggest fears in life, right? To live a life full of regrets about, oh, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could go back, right? I mean, I don't want to be that person, but I'm already starting to find, like, I'm starting to think to myself, like, man, I wish I was like 13 again or 14 again, right? Which is not good, right? Thankfully, I'm only 19 right now, right? Going into my 20s. So I could make use of my time right now, right? Like while I'm still young. And the way that I thought about it, right? The way that I put it into perspective is that people in like their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, right? Or older, they would literally give all the money in the world just to be my age right now, right? I mean, there's nothing that they wouldn't give to go back in time, to rewind the clock, to start over again in their 20s, right? But the thing is, that's my age right now, right? Like I should take full advantage of this right now. And I realize this, right? I'm fully aware of this. So then why is it that when I wake up in the morning, and I tell myself, hey Isaac, today you're gonna work hard, you're gonna work out, you're gonna be a better person today than you were yesterday, right? I tell this to myself. And then literally like 2 seconds later, I boot up the computer, and I just watch YouTube videos for the entire day, and I go right back to sleep, and then I just get nothing done. And then I do that day after day, every single day, and I've been doing that for like the past like 10 years, right? Like 10 years of my life, right? That's all I've been doing. I mean, can you even it's not even just that it's like 10 years, that's half the entire time I've been alive. You know what I mean? And it gets even worse than that when you realize that the first 10 years, like the first half, that doesn't even count, right? That's just you like learning and growing to be like a functioning human being. The second 10 years is what really matters, and that's the part that I've just completely wasted. So I'm really not trying to waste my next 10 years, right? Going into my 30s. But I really need to focus on improving myself, because I have a very clear picture of the person that I am right now, right? So here's the person that I am right now. So back in middle school, right? I was that guy that, never studied for tests, but always got 100s, you know what I mean? Didn't pay attention in class, didn't do their homework, but aced every test, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? But, which, spoiler alert, horrible way to build good work ethic, right? As I would soon find out. Because since I did so well in middle school, I got to go to a really good high school, right? Like one of the top high schools. And it's a high school where you really have to apply yourself if you want to do well, right? Like you can't, there's just no way you're gonna get by, you know, being lazy. Except I was lazy. So a freshman year, right? I mean, I started out getting hundreds as usual, but very quickly it like slipped down to like 90s, and it slipped down to like 80s, which I had never gotten before. I'd never gotten an 80 on a test. So as soon as that started to happen, right? I didn't panic. I didn't freak out, right? Because I knew what to do, right? I was just like, okay, your grades are slipping, so Isaac, why don't you just start studying, right? I mean, pretty simple. So I got home, right? Little freshman me. I get home, go to my room, right? And then I say to myself, right? And like I actually kind of like sort of like say to myself in my head, right? I say, all right, Isaac, before you turn on your computer, before you play video games or whatever, before you waste your time, why don't you just get your homework done first, right? How about that? Just get your homework done first, and then after that, just review your lessons a little bit. I mean, you don't have to study, right? Just review your notes, and then after that, play video games for the rest of the day, watch YouTube videos for the rest of the day, whatever you want to do, right? And doing your homework and reviewing your notes should only take like what, 2 hours max. So just 2 hours out of your day, and then go have fun, right? So I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a great idea, and I'll do it. And you have to keep in mind, I'm telling this to myself, right? Like my parents aren't telling me to do it. My teachers aren't telling me to do it. I'm telling me to do it, right? So, you know, I sit down at my desk, I open up my textbooks, and then I just watch YouTube videos for the rest of the day until it's like 2 a.m. and I've gotten none of my work done, like zero. So, and I did that every single day for the next 4 years, all throughout high school. Never once changed. It actually got so bad. It got to the point where I would start, before I walked into my house, right? Like, before I even opened the door to my house, I would have the key in my hand, right? The key to the lock. And I would just kind of hover it right before the lock. And I would start like talking to myself like out loud, like I'm literally talking to myself like I'm doing right now. I'm saying like, hey Isaac, when you walk through these doors, you're gonna get your homework done, okay? No computer, no video games. Don't even turn your computer on, all right? Just open up your textbooks and get your homework done. In fact, you know what? I know you're not gonna get your homework done. You never get your homework done. Just get half of it done, right? Just start it, all right? Just start finish one question, all right? Can you do that? You can do that, right? You're gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna open this door. You better do it, all right? One question, all right? That's all you need to do. Just one question first before you do anything else. Okay, I'm opening the door now, and I'd put that key in that lock, turn it, open the door, and then bam, right back to brain dead zombie mode where I just get no work done. I mean, isn't that so sad? Isn't that pathetic? Like, I tried so hard, right, to force myself to work, and then I could never do it. And what makes it even worse, is it didn't even just apply to schoolwork, right? It applied to all aspects of my life, right? Like, one of my life goals, one of the things I really want is to be like jacked, right? To be like super strong, right? You know, 6-pack abs, you know, rippling muscles, right? The whole package. Like I really want it, right? I really want that bad. But clearly I don't, because if I really wanted it, I would work for it, right? I mean, it's so simple. It's so... I even know what to do, right? All you have to do is exercise and eat right. That's it, right? Just those 2 steps, and then that's it. If I just did those 2, I'd be fine. I'd be golden. But not only did I not do those 2, I didn't even get close, right? Like I would wake up, right, on a beautiful Saturday morning or something like that, right? Weather's great. I have no homework to do. Right? I have no excuses. And I'd be like, all right, Isaac, yo, weather's great. Why don't you just go for a jog? And not only did I not go for a jog, I actually I didn't even get close to like being tempted to go for a jog, right? Which is extremely sad. And again, it got to the point where I'd like start negotiating with myself, right? I'd say stuff like, hey Isaac, you know what? I know you're not gonna go work out, right? I know you're not gonna go for a jog, because I know you, right? You're lazy. So you don't have to do that, right? You don't have to go outside. In fact, you don't even have to step out of your own room, right? There's a floor right there. Just do like 20 push-ups, right? 20 push-ups, you could call it a day. That's it. That's all you need, right? And then I'd be like, Isaac, you know what? I know you, all right? You're not gonna do 20 you can do 20 push-ups, but you're not gonna. So 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups will literally take you like 10 seconds, all right? 10 push-ups, in and out, you're done. 5 push-ups, all right? Just 5. 1? Can you do one push-up, please? All right? And I wouldn't even, like, I could do 1 push-up right now. I mean, Alright, this floor is kind of, I don't know about that, but I could technically just do one push-up right now, and I'm still not even doing it, right? Like, I could still do it, and I'm not. And the problem is, right? Like, the real problem is, one of the things that I really want in life, right? Like, that I obsess over, I want it so bad, right? Like, is being rich, famous, successful, right? Fit, and I don't know, surrounded by pretty girls or something, you know what I mean? But really the big ones are just being like rich, famous, and fit, right? I mean, everyone wants those things, right? Who doesn't want those things? But I like really want those things, right? Like super badly. Like I'll dream about during the day, right? Just constantly think about what it would be like, just fantasize what it would be like to be rich or famous, right? And then I go to sleep, and then even in my dreams, just same pattern, right? Just thinking about what it would be like to be rich and famous, right? And jacked and all that stuff, right? And I want it so bad. Like, I'm so sure. I mean, I spend all my waking hours just thinking about it. But I'm lying to myself, right? I'm clearly not actually obsessed, because if I was, I would work for it, right? I would actually go out and try and achieve those things, but I'm not, right? I'm just wasting my time. And by the way, and it's so sad because I know how to get all those things, right? Do you want to know the secret to becoming rich and successful and famous and all that? There is no secret, right? The secret is you just have to work hard, right? And that's really it, right? You just have to work, apply yourself, and then you'll get there, right? I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of factors like, oh, you have to get lucky, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you just really have to work hard. Like, that's really the main thing, right? I've seen it with my own eyes. I've literally seen people who are not famous, not rich, had nothing, right? They literally just worked hard. That's the only thing that they did. And then instantly, well, not instantly, but they got rich and famous and successful, right? I mean, it's a one-to-one equation, right? There's no magic, there's no hidden tricks. They just worked hard, and then they got there. And I've seen it multiple times for multiple people from all different sorts of backgrounds. They just start with nothing, work hard, get somewhere, right? And I respect that, and I want to do that. That's all I want to do, actually, right? That's pretty much the reason I get out of bed in the morning, and I still can't do it. And that's what makes me sad, right? I want, and I realized that that money, right? Money and fame and muscles and girls, right? All these things, these are side effects, right? Those are all secondary. The real thing to focus on if you want all those things is self-control, right? It's discipline. It's the superpower to tell yourself to do something, and then you just do it, right? And then no hesitation, no excuses, no nothing. You just say, hey, I'm gonna do this thing. Okay, I just did it, right? Just like that, right? Like magic. And that's what I realized, right? I need that focus, that self-control. And here's another thing that I realized about self-control, right? Self-control is the only type of control that you can have, right? In this world. There's literally nothing else you can control, right? I mean, you can't control where you're born or like the environment you're raised in. You can't control other people, right? I mean, you can't even control the weather, right? The only thing you can control is yourself. That's it. And here's the kicker, right? Here's the real crazy thing. If you can't control yourself, you control nothing, right? But if you can control yourself, you control everything, right? I mean, that's a world of difference, right? I mean, just completely separate. So obviously I want to learn how to control myself. And I have to learn it soon. I have to learn it right now, right? I mean, like I said, this is the time to learn it when I'm in my 20s, right? When I'm still young, right? 19 going to 20 right now, right? I mean, I can't wait till my 30s. I can't wait 10 years, right? I mean, yeah, you can start at any time, but why not start now when I'm still young, right? This is the perfect time to capitalize on it. And I'm just burning daylight here, right? And I don't want to do that. And I've tried so hard to fix myself, right? I mean, throughout my entire life, I've tried different things, right? I've tried being kind to myself, right? Like if I wanted to get some work done, and I didn't get it done, I'd be like, you know what, Isaac, it's okay. There's always tomorrow, right? Just pick yourself back up. Don't beat yourself up about it. You know, you'll do better next time, right? That doesn't work at all, right? I tried being mean to myself, right? You know, looking myself in the mirror and going, Isaac, you lazy, worthless piece of shit. If you don't fucking work, I'ma kill you, right? But clearly that doesn't work either, all right? So, and, you know, I've tried setting timers, I've tried changing my mindset. I've tried giving myself like incentives to work, right? All these different things. And none of them really work, or at least none of them really worked for me. And I know why, right? Because I know what the real solution is, right? The real way to get self-control is that there is no easy solution, right? I mean, if it was that easy, everyone would have self-control. Getting perfect discipline, perfect self-control is a long and difficult multi-step process that takes a very long time. But I'm not worried about that, right? All I'm worried about is taking the first step, right? That's all I want. I just want to just take that first step to get there. So that's what this is, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna come back and watch this video like in like 5-10 years, but if I do, I better have my stuff, you know, figured out. You know what I mean? Like, and I know saying like, oh, in 5-10 years from now, I better have that. That's basically the same thing as saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But that's okay, because that's the point stands that no matter what it takes, I'm getting there, right? And I know I'll fail a billion times, right? I know as soon as I stop recording this, I'm gonna go right back to my old lazy self. But again, that's okay as long as I get there, and I'm gonna get there, right? I mean, I'm not dying like this, right? There's just no way. I'm 19 years old, right? There's no freaking way I'm gonna let myself waste my own life and then die a nobody, right? Just die forgotten, right? There's just no way. There's just no way. Like, I know I can do it, right? I'm so convinced. I'm so confident, right? I just have to just reach out and grab it. So I will. Alright, and by the way, I don't care if I have to like I want it so bad, right? I don't care if I have to like chop my arms off or slice my legs off or like chain myself to my desk just to work, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes, right? So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll that's what I'll do. I'll work hard, and I'll get self-control. And I'll get self-control because that's what I told myself that I would do, right? I said I would do it, so I'll do it. And that's what self-control is. And that's what I'm after. Alright, that's it. And those are my thoughts. So I'm gonna get self-control. And that's not a promise, by the way. That's a command.